once you master the body of the digital frame, you understand everything that it's connected to, which is connected to the wires, it's connected to the chakra systems, connected to the eye receptors, it's connected to the brain waves, it's connected to your energy waves, your electrical light systems, backgrounds, everything connections, the graphing systems, the digital, its line system, that angle points on so many levels of illumination lights, and it goes into framing positions. It's really powerful. My brainwaves and my simulation graph right now is going through relapse. It's resetting divisions to positions. So you have to bear with me again. It's going through so many upgrade cycles. It's all I hear is all computer, and it's all, and it's resetting locations to a higher position of the vibrational system. So it's understanding that the digital systems and everything through calculation is modifying all the conditions of simulation interface. Now, I'm going to show you what happens when you come into the calculation, how I came into 12, 12, 12, right? So understand the quantum mechanics, the quantum physics. It's not a theory, it's a fact. It's based on how to communicate the universal core and how we come into 2021. So it's all done through the metric systems. Humanity's getting into that equation when it comes into split its division, right? 1, 1, right? But you understand everything through 1. So once you understand your positions, you understand everything through the 12 cycles of the connections of the programs of the moon, the gravity system of the earth, which is 12 also, and everything through the radiation of the sun. So it's 12, 12, and 12. All right. So before we get started, thank you very much for subscribing to my channels that keep you grand rising, force rising. I'm going on so many levels with TikTok. It's a fantastic platform. I'm going through animations, I'm going through avatars, I'm going through pixelizations, I'm going through digital sounds. It's really fascinating how we come into these times. It's knowing how to use this to gravitate your lines to communication signals, graphing positions, put you in a higher location of digital framing, get into the chronological system of view, how to reset, relapse, reposition, refocus, realign, readjust, and recalculate. So it's all about numbers that are coming into the brain locations. And it's all I'm seeing right now. You guys are going to go through a lot of connections in frames. So it's understanding sequencing lines. It's going in your program settings. So it's like, so it's what it's doing. It's going through compute levels, and it's changing everything, the radiations of the sun and everything through the program setting of the moon and everything through the gravity centers of the simulation interface. All right. So you have any questions or comments, you go through my healing, help you and guide you and put you in your 12 cycle rotation centers and uprise your digitals of your number frequency level system. Allocates to all position levels of your travel line connections. So when you connect to the brain simulation, you understand that the brain is connected to a computer. It's line graphing everything through position levels. Now, when I say levels, I mean understanding the chronological of its frame, understanding the line, understanding the graph of the line, understand the algorithm, understand the patterns. It's complicated stuff if you don't understand these things. But the brain simulation is understanding its system, it understands its computer, it understands its hardware, it understands its software. So it's true to understand when you're using a computer for the very first time, you put in everything through its program to its flash drive, and it's putting everybody in position how you get into higher levels of vibration to its program setting. So this is all done through numbers, letters, and shapes, the box frequency levels, anything through equation, plus sign, multiplication, times, anything through line signal, graphing positions, line strips, angle locations, weather connections, acceleration, spin cycles. All this is connected to the brain location, and it's all connected to the universal system. So it's understanding how to travel, basically. So you have to understand reposition, because it recalculates and modifies everything through the integration. Integration cycles are set up to your body system through its gravity's power in the atmosphere. So your digitals have to know exactly where it is in space and time. Okay, really important. All right. So I'm going to show you a digital graph, okay, through its connection from yesterday at 12, 12, 12, and how we came into that equation, all through its quantum of its mechanics. So we're going to come into the calculations, modifications. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the system, and then I'm going to point it out to you exactly what it is. So we got 12 systems, all right? Rotation of the gravity center of the Earth. Now we got 12 systems when it comes in the program setting the moon, and everything through the connections of the sun and its radiation cycle. So basically, you have 12, 12, 12. Okay, so you have 1, 1, 1. Okay, so you uprise the divisions. 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. All right, and then you understand 2, 2, 2. So 2, 2, 2 is 6, so 36. Okay, so 12, 12, 12 equals 36. Now, understanding that, once you have 1, 1, 1 is 3, and 2, 2, 2 is 6, you have 36. So you take the upper graph system, 36, and you take 12, 12, 12, which is 36, and you equal to the travel of its mechanism, which is velocity. So you go 36, okay, to 36 equals box, okay, line graph position, okay. So it's lacing line of equals 72, okay. So you subtract that from 20. Remember I was talking about 20. What is 20? 20 is the activation, okay. And then what is that? It's 52, 52 generations. That's where we're coming into. Now you add, okay, 1, okay. So the equivalency of that, you take 20, okay. Now you add 1, okay. Now basically you back force the conditions of 52, you add 2 is 0, and you get the year 2021. Now that's the communications when it comes into all calculations of its dimensional system to its body graph and system of its Earth and everything through its rotation and its program setting to its moon and everything through the radiation cycles of the sun. Okay. But that's it there. Okay. So it's understanding how we come into 2021. Right? 12, 12, 12. And I wanted to show you how we do these things. Okay. And how it comes out of its equation. Now it's not going to travel to its position because it's relapsing. It's going through reset positions. Right? So we got the 12th, 12th and 12th, 36. Uprise it, 1, 1, 1, 36. 36 and 36 equals box slash equals 72, right? Minus 20, 20 activations, 52. Okay, add 1, add 1. Okay, now you go back to connections of 20, right? And then basically you go with 52, you add the 2. So you got, here you go, 2021. Right? So that's the universal system we're coming into through calculation. This modifies everything through its integration, how you take everything as an equation. But now you understand everything through 12, 12, 12 and what it means. Right? So this is all connected to its plasma. It's all connected to the body frame. The gravity system is okay. And what 12, 12, 12 means and how we come into 2021. It's fascinating, isn't it? 52 generations. Okay. Isn't that incredible? 52 generations. Add 1, put it there, go back 52, add the 2 and the 0, 2021. Pretty powerful, isn't it? Isn't it amazing how we come into these levels? Now, once we get the 12 sequencing levels of the clock recognition line system to its calculation, right, all 3 have to come into combination, right? But it's amazing how we come into that, right? So everything through 3, okay, is its position. Okay, everything through 6 is its direction. Okay, and everything through 52 is its generation. Okay, and everything through its year is 2021. So I'm just showing you how we get into 2021 through the equation of 12, 12, 12. Right? It's amazing how we come into this. Right? So this is the formula of the universal operation of 2021. Okay. So it gives you a better understanding, truly understanding what is going on, okay, with the dimensional Earth, what's going on with the simulation interface. So everything has to go through relapse, to reset, to recalculate, to reposition, to realign, refocus, to readjust. Okay. So when you look at it, it's pretty fascinating, isn't it? When you look at it, that's the formula. Okay, that's the communications to its universal, the connections. So it's actually asking the universe, how do we get to here, 2021? Right? Well, I told you I was connected to 52 generations, right? Through its activation and everything through its direction of its location. Right? The box frequency level is U through slash equals 72 minus 20 of activations, right? So that's 20,000 years, 20,000 years of activation through its 52 generations, right? So I get 20,000 of rhythm patterns of information every single day coming into 52 generations. There's 7 days in a week, right? So that's 20,000 years of information in one day through activation. So you have to truly understand what the brain simulation is doing and how you come into the equivalency act of 2021, right? That's how it's set up. Okay. So I think it's fascinating when you look at these things, truly understand that we're all calculated, modified, and integrated. So it's like understanding your paint by numbers, understanding your shapes and anomalies. So everybody can say, wow, how did you get that equation? How did you get that formula? Well, this is how you communicate to the universe systems. This is how you communicate through its operation. This is how you connect to the digital frame, everything through its number sequence level system, right? It goes on so many positional levels through that connection. So if you understand your digital system of you through calculation, you understand your metric levels and high force connecting all those position levels to its activation system. So it's incredible when you do these things. This understanding, you come into 20 of calculation. All right. And it's knowing how to communicate to the universal system. Okay. So understanding the line sequences, graph signals, the metric level system. I got so many computer sounds that are changing and relapsing and resetting my positions. The body simulation is understanding it's doing itself. So it's kind of like going through its own algorithm programming and setting up a new vibrational signal. Okay, new communications to the simulation interface, new communications to the moon, new communications to the sun. Okay, so it's understanding these things through calculation. So you can modify that. You can understand the quantum of mechanics, I think, through its quantum realms. Understanding what is a quantum realm, while understanding yourself through travel, through positions, right? So, but I think it's fascinating when you come into equation like this through division. So when you understand more of yourself, you understand your codes and everything through its connection. So you start off with 20 activations, 20 activation signals of activation information every single day. Okay. I live and breathe and see everything through observation 7 days a week. So I get 20,000 years of information in a day. Again, that puts me into 52 generations in a cycle, right? 3, okay, with its activation, everything through its direction of its location, box frequency level / equals 72, right? So you understand the equivalency and how we come into multiplication, how you communicate with the universal system, and how we come into 2021, all connected through 12, 12, 12. So it's communications to the earth, communication to the moon, and communication to the sun. And this is how you come in everything through 1 + 1 + 1 equals 3, 6, 36, put it together. Box frequency level, travel to its position, velocity spins, 72. Okay. Coming to 72, right? Minus 20. Backline communication signal, right? Comes into 52. Add 1, right? Coming to 2021. But see how it line signals through triangles? Everything is done through triangle, right? But this is the formula of the universal system. So this is my DNA structure through my digital frame. So my whole digital frame has to change its traction positions through its allocated position of traveling to its connection at its box frequency level, right? So this is how you understand more of your equations when you come into E equals MC square. All right. Yeah, I know it's wild. But if you understand that and understand the communications of yourself, Tina, for example, if you understand, I really want you to understand that the universal system is giving you everything you need to know. How to communicate with the sun, how to communicate with the moon, and how to communicate with the gravity of the earth. So that's where it comes into 12, 12, 12, 12, right? So uprise that, right? So you make it very well clear. Your digital frame, okay, goes into 1, 1, 1, 3, 2, 2, 2, 6 equals 36, right? So that's connecting to travel through atmospheres in the universal quadrant levels to its connection, to its division of its dimensional system, which is its realm location, to its digital frame, through its body activation, through its chakra system. Okay. And then you come in and say, okay, what do? You go from 36 to 36, right? So the activations of you and the activations of the universal system through its quadrant fields of vibration. So 36 and 36 equals box slash of 72. Okay. Now you take 72 and you take the activations of years that you're programming. Okay. So I get 20,000 years a day of information. Okay. There's 7 days in a week, right? So you understand why it's 72. Okay. Minus 20, 52. 52 generations. I said that before. Even before I did the equation, right? So now I'm giving you something in the future. And why I came into this DNA of a pattern through contract, through blueprint, and how you come into 52 and you add 1. Okay, you add 1. Right? So basically, when you add 1, you go back to 2. You add the 2, right? You have the 20. So you take the 20, and then you take the 2, you add that, you got 20, 21. So that tells you the positions where I am. And that's always, always in the present. Everything that I do through equation or anything through formula is always set in position of going forward, never, ever in the past. You saw me go through this. You saw me take it out as equation, right? It equalizes everything through 12, 12, 12. What, 2, 2, 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. 12, 12, 12, 36. 36 and 36 equals box. It's complicated, isn't it? Going way, way beyond what equals 72, right? I just want to make you sure what's going on, right? And then you subtract 20, okay, which is 20,000 years of information, 7 days a week that's given to me, okay, puts to me of 52 generations. And you add 1, okay, and you take the 20, you put it in front, puts it into 2021 of today, of its presence, okay? So humanity has to understand the digital of themselves through the activations of the universe of travel, through its position of its box frequency level, because everything comes out of its equation. But as long as you understand how to use a formula, it's fascinating though, isn't it, Tina? Because you have to understand more of yourself now, right? Because it puts you in a better position how you can use these things through equation. And it's all connected to the universe of its activation. You know, I can set up another plasma. I can set up another energy system. When you get 20,000 years in one day, you have to understand why you put in 52 generations. Okay. And why it comes into everything through calculation, which is 2021. That's the year we're living in, right? Okay. Now, with all that through it's combined, that's the fifth dimensional system through activation, through teleporting, through telecommunication, through telewaving, right? To its tele-energy of its digital frame, of its numbers. So I know I had to set that up, but it's amazing when I know what I'm doing. And when you travel through positions, it's complicated because Getting this is understanding, how did I get this? How did I get this formula? Where did it come from? Okay, you have to understand everything through the activation within you is digital, and you have to understand everything through the atmosphere, okay, is connected to through its travel. It's a universal system. I understand everything through the solar system. I understand everything through, okay, it's an equation. The quantum mechanics, the quantum fields of mechanics through connections, right? So it's amazing how we come into this, right? So you want to screenshot that, okay? So everybody's going to be tested on this, right? Through their E equals MC square, right? But you understand your E equals MC square, but you also have to understand your equals mass of velocity. Okay, box frequency slash equals everything through travel. So you understand your positions of where you are, okay? So look at it this way: past, present, future. 36, 36 and 36, 72, 20 activations of information, 52 generations. Add 1, take the 20, put it in front, add the 1, 2021. Okay? So you have to understand the past of numbers, the presence of numbers, and the future of your formulas through your connections, through digital frames. So it's fascinating, isn't it? Dina, how's it going? Yeah, I'm just going through a relapse right now. There's a lot of, oh man, digital number framing I'm going through right now, but that's how we come into 2021. You have to watch the video back. This is gonna be a very short video. This is Sunday, you know. Sunday I like to basically take to myself, because everything through relapse is understand reset divisions to your location of your connections of your body framing locations. So it's understanding more of yourself through the holographic system. But when you come into all connections to all positions, so your past, present, and future, this is where you come into your formulas of activation through its traveling positions. Okay? So it's amazing, isn't it? Just imagine that 20,000 years of information every single day that goes into your commander. And I understand why we put everything through multiplication. Now I can do that, or I can do it through wire, matter. But each time I do it, it's through one thought. And that one thought is always going to equal the same. It's never going to change. Okay? It only changes if you change everything through direction. So if humanity changes, everything around us has to change. So that's a different number altogether. But I'm just showing you how we come into the calculations of its modification to 2021, which we are living in right now. Okay. So it's understanding the answering patterns, how to communicate through its operation of its universal system. Okay. Like Dina was saying, Priscilla was saying, anything through that connection system, it's new earth codes, right? But you have to understand your DNA of your body. And this is my DNA of my body through communication, how to communicate with the atmospheres, the grounds, powers, and everything through space and time, to its positions, and everything through its traveling. How you come into 36 equals box slash equals 72. Okay, minus 20, 52 generations. And I want to show you this because it's extremely powerful in the connections of universal connection. Okay. So yeah, it's extremely amazing. It's complicated because you have to understand you have a DNA pattern. It's patterned on your levels through your codes, and it's connected to your brainwave positions. You have to understand your travels of your simulation systems. It calculates, it integrates, it modifies, it modulates, and it goes into the simulation. It goes into your providers, right? So it's understanding how to connect to all levels of travels to your position of where you are through calculation. So that formula tells me exactly where I am in position of 2021. Okay. how I go in from 12, 12, 12, past, present, future, right? You uprise 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 36, 36, 72. Take away 20 activations, that's 52 generations. Okay, so now you know how we come into 2021. So I think it's really amazing to see these things. You guys are getting a little bit more understanding. So the test is going to be on the Equivalency Act on that through your digital of its frame, how to actually communicate with anything. I can show in this way, or I can show you in another way, but it's always going to equal the same. Okay, because you're always in the presence. Okay, so I can set up a new platform, I can set up a new formula, okay, through wire, but it's all going to come back to the same position, 52 generations to 2021, which is amazing. Like I said, it's incredible when we come into these levels. You really have to understand more of yourself, and it's all connected to the simulation of yourself. It's understanding your pixels, it's understanding your activations of your pixels, your holographic, your holograms, your positions that you are connecting to the presence of its future, right? So, and it also tells you exactly what's going on with the programs of the moon and what's going on with everything through the sun and its radiation and what's happening with all connections of its earth and this gravity system, right? So you get 12, 12, 12 all together, right? Puts it into fifth dimensional system through telegraphing, teleenergy, telecommunication of interforcing connections of friendship, relation, partnership. Okay. So everybody has to get into that positions and understand their own equations to their body frame. Now you've seen mine through my contracts and my blueprints. Okay. That's very powerful, isn't it? That's probably the most powerful formula you're going to see through me. Okay. Why put in this position? Okay. Why am I given 20,000 years of information every single day, 7 days a week? Why am I in the 52 generations of space and time? How is it we come into 2021? How is it that I came into its equation, take out the box frequency level to its division? Okay, you ever ask yourself that? You ever ask yourself that? And I never was really good at multiplication. You know, I knew my 1, 2s, and 3s, and A, B's, and C's, but when it came to ratios and proportions and long division and short division and everything through equations, I was good. But one thing I didn't like was factors, fractions, anything through problem solving. You get two distance, one train going this distance, and you get another train going this distance, and then you have to understand how to add, subtract, and all that, and comes into a problem, right? And then you come into the divide. Okay, dividing, subtracting, adding, right? This is all done through you of your positions. So it's really understand the communications through your septical lines and everything through your digital frames. So yeah, it's extremely amazing. And I keep saying that. Amazing, amazing. So I'm having so much fun with TikTok because yesterday I set up another video for everybody to see what you can do with interfacing through UFOs and how you connect and how you can use light interference, understanding light graphs, light streams, light beams, light locations, anything through communication, right? And how everything flies in this division, how you can change anything through solar connections of the earth or anything to the moon, right? So when you understand the communication of you can pretty much travel to any position. So when you travel to these positions, you line signal and you'll see the earth. If you want to see the earth, you'll see the earth. You don't have to close your eyes. The earth is right here, right now. It's right here, and I see it through perception. So it's circling right now. So it's telling me what I need to do, how to set this up, how to set that up. So it's fascinating how it can go through the information system. You can't see it, but I can, right? That's the positions I am right now. Okay, so when you guys go to higher levels, you go into future, right? When you go into future, you get information of vibration, right? So you start off maybe 1,000 years of information a day, depending on where you are through the brain conception and the simulation systems. It point divisions levels to your shapes. So understanding GOD, the geometrics of its dimensions, geometrics of its direction, okay, or anything through the connections of you, okay? Because you're destructing, constructing, to structuring, okay, to its evolution of yourself. So you put in your positions of higher levels how to communicate with wire of its quantum fields. It's all done through travel, right? So I showed you an extremely powerful formula that's all connected to your E equals MC squared, right? So you got to ask yourself, how did I get that? It's all done through mastering of thought, okay? You get that from any scientists, right? But they put it on the board how you do this, the G/L. What is G/L? Well, it's gravity/level, okay? And the equal box, right? What's a box? You are the connection to the box frequency level system. So, and then you put M, okay, which is mass velocity equals acceleration. So it's all done through calculation. So it's all about quantum physics and how you come into the forcing system within and the forcing system without of you. So everything that you connect through your thoughts is the past, present, and its future. But everything that is presented to you is its presence. Okay, and that's how I came into the calculation. Okay, to its equal of 20, 21. So I'll show you that one more time. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free. If you want to go through my healing, I can change your digital frames. I can upgrade your cycles, put you in a better position, interactivation systems. Okay, so that's how you get everything through 2021. Right, back phrase the video. Okay, so we want to get into the higher levels of E. Get connection line system here. Go into the blackboard positions. Go into that calculation modification signals. Into the connection.
Con Claritine D, acción antialérgica.
Everything through connections. You need so much connection.
Dentro de los primeros 30 minutos, más cerca de lo que te gusta con Claritine D.
All right. This is what you get when you get in Mexico. You become through its force of its recognition line signal. Surrey always wants to go through digital paths, but there's so many advertisement lines through connection of wires. It connects in all ways and forms. So this is what everybody has to get into. We're going to E equals mass mass calculation. Okay, now we take the calculation, it becomes velocity. All right, E equals mass, so we take that out, right? We know E equals mass calculation. If you don't know E equals MC squared, there's a huge problem here. If you know that, you can take it out as equation, it becomes velocity, right? And then you change the traction positions. So it's understanding how to use letters, numbers, and shapes for traveling to your position. All right, so E equals, okay, comes mass velocity, okay? Okay, now you come into that, comes into slash box, okay? We don't come into the equal sign because it's going through its calculation modification. The integration cycle is no longer separated, so you're going to higher levels. So you're coming out of the separation and you're force rising your divisions to come in simulation of its interface through its connection. So the higher you go through its patterns and everything through its information, you start getting less separation through its equal, right? Because the equal is its connection to its box frequency level, which comes out of its equation, right? So the box is everything through acceleration, mass is everything through volume, wave conception, and everything through velocity is everything through speed slash box, right? So the test is going to be on E equals mass velocity. And how we come into, I want you guys to understand how to set up your own formulas of yourself, okay? The reason why I say that is because you have to truly understand how to connect to the atmosphere. Atmosphere has a formula, Grounds have a formula. Coffee cup has a formula. The computer, my glasses have a formula. This market has a formula. Everything has a formula through E equals MC squared. It's just knowing how to get it and present it to 2021, right? So you have to use the mind. You have to use the velocity wind spins of yourself. When you come into that, you come into this. All right? So, see, you come into that. It's fascinating, isn't it? All right? This is all connected to you, to its present. But I keep saying, how did I get all this? Remember, I said 52 way before I said it today. That was the past, guys. I'm presenting you something that's in the future. Okay? That was done in the past. How I got to 52 generations. Okay? How I got to 20,000 years of activation of information. And how I came into 2021. All connected to the grounds of the earth, the moon, and the sun. Okay? Which is all done by E equals MC squared. So, I think we're good. All right? So, we'll go into details on that, but I hope you guys are doing well with your 90 atmosphere positions. I just want you to truly understand how you can get into your own formulas of shapes, letters, and numbers and structure anything through its present of its position, and how you get into everything through equation of 2021. Now, it's going to take a little bit of adaptation, how you get into multiplication, how you get into division, how you get into subtract or add, or anything through time. It's trying to understand the space of you and the time positions of you through its quantum field, through its mechanics, right? What is quantum physics? Get into that through connection. We'll get into that later. But other than that, I want you guys to have a fantastic Sunday, wherever you are in the earth planes. Okay, questions or comments are great. You can go through my healing. Please watch this video. It's very powerful. It's connected to all rounds through my DNA, through my blueprint, my contract, how I present you guys of what goes on with your commander every single day through its equation. All right? So I'll talk to you later. Adios.